Good afternoon to all. A very warm welcome to you all to this event. Respected Principal, Father Dr. Roy Abraham, faculty members, and my dear friends. It is a moment of great privilege and honor for me to extend a hearty welcome to you all today at this memorable event conducted by Mariam IEDC in association with IIC. It is a great opportunity to welcome our speaker, Father Dr. Roy Abraham, who is a principal of our college since 2014 and the Iron Man behind the Autonomy status. He is a committee member for the syllabus preparation in Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam, and also the chairman of MMH examination in MG University. Also the chairman of academic discipline from college since June 2016. We can also be proud that our principal has also received the Best Principal Award from MG University for NSS activities. He has completed PhD in Management from Mahatma Gandhi University and MS in Hospitality and Tourism and MBA with specialization in Human Resource Management from the University of Madras in 1997. It is indeed a great opportunity to welcome Father Dr. Roy Abraham for conducting an orientation on India's National Education Policy 2020. Father, please.
Thank you very much, Alina, for that beautiful introduction and welcome. National education policy is being very much discussed in the academic arena of India since its declaration in August. Now I'm just going to give you an overview primarily, and then we'll introduce what are the advantages for students and how the national education policy is going to help holistic and multidisciplinary education. Coming to the key changes that are part of the national education policy, first and foremost, we see an institutional consolidation and restructuring is proposed. What does it mean is the number of higher education institutions in India will be brought down by almost 1/3. And the government is planning to have large multidisciplinary institutions than having single discipline. When I say discipline, maybe some of you are very sure what it means. Like today, we have engineering colleges. That's a single discipline of engineering. We have medical colleges. We have B.Ed colleges. We have law colleges. So all these colleges should become multidisciplinary through either consolidation or restructuring. Means there will be no more medical colleges or engineering colleges in the country when it is implemented in its full swing. Now you also see there are even universities established with single discipline. Like we have KTU, Kerala Technological University. We have Health University in Kerala. We have Malayalam University. We have Sanskrit universities. So there are many universities with single discipline. Now the government of India wants all universities and colleges together, I would call higher education institutions. They all should become consolidated and become multidisciplinary. So in Marian College, we can start offering an engineering degree. We may also offer a nursing division or even a medical degree, provided we have the sufficient infrastructure and faculty. So that is the kind of first changes that is visualized. Then the second is on restructuring of degree programs. Subsequent slides will definitely explain on that. Institutions. I will again explain with the subsequent slides. Emphasis on research, then governance. So these are the kind of changes that are visualized. Coming to the first one, institutional consolidation, which I have already mentioned. At present, we have more than, or at least around 50,000, which will be brought down to 15,000 by restructuring and consolidation. So we can think about merger of institutions. For example, in Marian campus, we have now two colleges. We have Marian International Institute of Management and we have Marian College Kuttikanam Autonomous. Now, because of this new policy, if possible, Marian and Marian International Institute of Management are going to be one college from next academic year. We have already made the request to the university and also is preparing our application to Technical Education Council set up that is overseeing management institutions in the country. So we have already, the AICT will start accepting merger applications from this December or next January. So when the portal is open, we will apply for that. So like that, through consolidation on mergers, institutions should become large. So that is the kind of visualization. And there are only going to be two types of institutions, universities and colleges. When it comes to colleges, at present, Marian is an autonomous college. There are also colleges in the state which are not autonomous. Both autonomous and non-autonomous colleges are in the affiliating system. In the new education policy, the affiliating system is going to be avoided. There will be no more affiliation of higher education institutions to any other university in the country. Therefore, what will happen? All colleges are independent to run degree programs and award degrees. See, at present, Marian College, for example, all of you are taking the exams from Marian College, but you are going to get the final degree certificate awarded by MG University, of course, with the name of the college on it. So all your degree examination results will be forwarded from Marian College to the university so that the university will finally award you the final one sheet of paper, which is your degree award. So that's going to be that is the now system. Now, when the education policy is implemented in the country in its full swing, there will no more be an affiliation for any colleges. There can be few colleges in the country which are constituent colleges of the universities, which would be like an off-campus center of the university, in other words. So there all colleges will be autonomous and degree awarding. Then when it is going to happen? The education policy gives a time frame that by at least 2030, all institutions should become multidisciplinary. As I have mentioned, the engineering colleges may start offering medical degrees as well, or arts and science courses, and like that. And at least by 2035, all higher education institutions should start offering degrees. So does it mean that Marian College has another 15 years to offer degrees? May not be so. As and when the government of India or government of Kerala or the University Act as and when it start permitting colleges to award degrees, Marian is getting prepared herself to offer Marian's own degrees to students. And Government of India, in 2 weeks, in the past 2 weeks, within the last 2 weeks, I have set up a high power committee at the center to implement the education policy that was already announced. So the rules and regulations to implement the policy is yet to come. That is why we are waiting. Then another possibility is to have higher educational. Maybe Marian can take over the neighboring institutions and make one cluster in one name and become a college or a university. In order to become a university, what is visualized in the education policy is to have more than 5,000 students. So if that is strictly implemented, even Mahatma Gandhi University may not have on its campus 5,000 students because all the students are in affiliating colleges. So when the affiliating colleges are going to be degree awarding, there could be a problem. And that is why certain consolidations are very much necessary. So that will happen. So this is something which I have said. Okay. All these are said. Okay. Now coming to autonomous colleges to university. Actually, if you read the last line of the presentation, types of institutions are not watertight. Means autonomous degree awarding institutions may mature into a university. They are not two entirely different type of institutions. They are going to do the same thing and it's in a continuum. When it is mature enough, larger enough, thinking that it can be called as a university as per the norms, it can become just a university on its own. Second very important point which I was mentioning was on restructuring of the degrees. See, at present, India followed a system where 10 plus, 2 plus, 3 plus, 2 plus research. That was a system. So 10 you know, plus 2 you know, degree is in which you are you have joined, and another post-graduation, etc. Now complete restructuring is right. Now we are going to have primarily 4-year degrees like that in the West. We are not going to have many 3-year degrees. Of course, as per the policy, there are possibilities for 3-year degrees. There are also 4-year degrees. There are also 5-year integrated undergraduate degrees. Instead of the post-graduation, they call it graduation. At present, though, for our understanding sake only, I have mentioned UG, PG. See, actually in our country, there is a misnomer. We always say undergraduate studies and postgraduate. There are no graduates in India. Whereas in the West, there are undergraduates and graduates. Post-graduation is what is meant by graduates. So there are going to be 3 types of undergraduate studies: 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years. And postgraduate studies or graduate studies are for 1 year. 1 year of postgraduate study is for those students who complete 4-year degrees. 2 years of postgraduate studies is meant for students who complete 3 years. Then there can be also 5-year integrated postgraduate studies. Marian, postgraduate studies in physics and got approval from government and Mahatma Gandhi University to start from this year. The last day to apply for the postgraduate studies for Marian is 6th of December. So we will be starting one more new program this year, postgraduate. So this is again in line with the education policy. Then when it comes to B.Ed programs, now many of you may be thinking about going for B.Ed after your degree, maybe after BSc or BA or some studies like that. Then at present, what you have is 3+2 B.Ed. Now, the education policy is proposing an integrated B.Ed for 4 years. So instead of taking a 4-year regular degree, you may join for a B.Ed program for 4 years and complete your degree. Or for students who have completed 3-year degree, they should do a 2-year degree as it is today. Then when it comes to 4-year degrees, only 1 year of B.Ed is required. At present, you see there are colleges offering MPhil. Marian had an MPhil program in social work, but we stopped it from last academic year because of the proposal from new education policy that was already known to us. Then when it comes to PhD, at present, a student can go for PhD only after their master's studies. But with the new education policy proposal in place, after a 4-year degree, students without doing a postgraduate studies or a master level program can go for doctoral studies. That is a very big transition from today's situation. So students after completing a 4-year degree of BBA or BSc or BA or BCA or whatever different type of degree you are having can directly go for PhD without doing a postgraduate program. That's a big consolidation. That is a kind of changes visualized in restructuring of the degree programs. Just skipping this slide. Steps to autonomy, I'm just skipping because that is not very relevant to you. Now coming to what is more relevant to you is on academics. How the academics is going to be. Degree programs are going to be more holistic, multidisciplinary, and of high quality. Lot of flexibility in curriculum and novel, new, engaging curriculum options. Rigorous specialization of subjects. Evaluation also changes a lot. I have slides coming on all these. So let us see one by one. See, first and foremost, there is going to be multidisciplinary holistic education. What does it mean? See, at present, if you are joining for BSc Maths, you are definitely not going to take many courses in Humanities. Or students doing BSc Physics. Or a BA Communicative English student may be very much interested in Maths, but there is no possibility today. So that is going to be ruled out with the introduction. Actually, they say, or the policy has said, all 64 kalas or art forms, all vidyas, and should be available to students in higher educational institutions. So a student taking a BSc Maths or a BSc Physics should be able to do a course in singing or dancing or painting or carpentry or cloth making or in any different art forms, or a student taking Humanities should be allowed to take a science program. STEM means science, technology, engineering, and management. So humanities together with STEM or STEM together with humanities. They are no more going to be contradictory or watertight compartments. It's going to be decided by students. And what is again being given? Lot of research will, why it is given. See, a student doing physics is dance might do lot more intensive researches human movement using some of the principles he or she studies in science. Or a student in physics given an opportunity to do carpentry might be able to do a much applied research in making proper machinery for helping the carpenters. So lot of such cross and interdisciplinary research intensity can be brought in through integration of humanities with STEM. And there also need to be a lot more teaching on moral and social awareness. See, when a science student studies languages, where a lot of moral and social awareness is being created, or a science student is going and taking some courses in social work, they may know a lot of moral and social and ethical issues faced by the society and might be able to give a lot of solutions. Similarly, a humanities student is allowed to take some engineering courses, may find easy solutions for problems of people through this integration. So that is why this type of complete transformation of academics is visualized in the new education policy. Then when it comes to, you see the Einstein is meeting Shakespeare in classes. So that's going to be the kind of changes. Now, lot of flexibility for students is visualized in the new education policy. Students may enter and exit the course, the program anytime. See, no more, you will be coming and applying in Marian for a BBA program or a BCA program or a BCom program or BSc program or social work program. Instead, what you will be applying for? You will be applying for entry of into certain courses. You will not be admitted for a program, but you will be admitted for a few courses. See, when I did my master's in US, I decide which are courses I need to take, and finally, I will make it a complete degree. So students, the first point that is said, if they see, okay, some of the commerce programs are excellent in Marian, so you can come and take those courses in Marian and migrate to another institution to take few other courses from that particular institution, and again come back to Marian to complete your degree. So you are free to entry and exit. Then credits can be obtained from any institution. See, at present, since we are all joining for a particular degree, we are not very much concerned about the credits. If you look at, if you have looked at your syllabus, you will see number of hours and credits mentioned in syllabus against each course. So once you are doing a particular course with high credits, that will certainly influence your semester grade and your final degree grades. So credits are attached to different courses depending on two important facts. One, how much it contributes to the degree program. Second, the duration of the course. A particular course taken maybe once in a week may have definitely lower credit than a course which has got 5 hours a week. So the duration of the classes, the engagement, student engagement. So that will depend on the credit. So you can obtain credits from any institution and club them together to obtain a degree from the final graduating institution. Students will not join for a program, but will join for certain courses in higher education institutions. So you may complete your entire course from one institution, or you may club it with different other institutions based on your choice. Then how are you going to be, for this particular purpose, there is always coming a question, then who will award you the final degree? See, the government of India has proposed an academic bank of credit. Academic bank of credit. So there is going to be another credit, bank. Instead of depositing money in the bank, what do you deposit? You deposit the credits you have obtained from different other institutions in the country or on your own. Even there can be ODL. ODL is open distance learning. You are now familiar with Coursera or different other platforms, Swayam platform, or many other different platforms offering online courses. So you can even take courses from the online platform and take credits from that and then add to your existing credit to get a degree awarded. So there is, though there is a mention about a 4-year degree, that is a minimum time to attain a degree. It does not mean that you need to complete your degree program in 4 years. You may complete in 6 years or take little longer depending on the policy of the institution. All institutions will have a time restriction on that, definitely, to calculate. Maybe suppose you have taken a few credits 10 years back and bringing them for a degree award, that may not be permitted. There may be time regulations made by institutions. Those things are yet to be made clear by Government of India through rules and regulations in place. Anyway, there are going to be academic bank of credit which will accumulate the credits obtained by the student. Even now you know that there is a digital depository maintained by Government of India of all students who opt for it. So if you wanted to give your credentials to the digital depository of Government of India of your 10th and plus 2 and then in coming years your degree, all those things will be kept there so that it will be whenever there is some verification by a company in which you join, or when you join a higher education institutions further for your future studies, verifications can be made easy. Similarly, the academic bank of credit will keep a record of all the credits obtained by a particular student and can finally add up to obtain a degree from the final graduating institutions. Here comes a very, very important point in selecting institutions with high accreditation ranks. For example, Marian College Kuttikanam. Marian College Kuttikanam has the highest academic ranking as per the present NEP grading system in the country. Means we have A++ grade or 3.52 out of 4. So the highest grading being given by National Assessment and Accreditation Council in India is anything above 3.5. So when you are graduating from Merit, you have a very, very high possibility to transfer your credits to an institution of high repute. Suppose a student is studying in a college where their grading is low, say for example C grade or B plus grade. When they transfer their grade to Marian may not accept it, because from an B plus institution, the grades obtained by a B plus institution or awarded by a B plus institution may not be accepted by a institution having A plus plus grade. So next year, actually we are going for our re-accreditation. All of you should try to contribute significantly to maintain our existing grade of A plus plus, or I would say in the previous grading there A plus plus was not there, therefore in our all records you will see only A. However, it is 3.52 CGPA, cumulative grade point average. So that is highest grade available in India. Therefore, whenever you wanted to transfer and migrate to an institution of excellence, that's possible. So that is where the catch is. So all students should be aware that joining a particular institution is very, very important. Selecting a course is very important in obtaining their degree. Okay, then yeah, I will, pardon?
അമ്മ കണ്ടതാ ഇത്രയും ജിയോ ഉണ്ട് അമ്മ അടിയിൽ തന്നെ കൊണ്ടുപോയി കുത്തിയത് പിടിക്കേ.
Could you please mute your mic? I don't know who has said that. Okay, then which I have already mentioned. See, now coming to becoming entrepreneurship, research and internships. See, you don't have to regularly go and attend courses to attain credits. You can do an internship and earn money for your studies and give that internship credit to the institution so that they give you credits for that. That's a big possibility as per the new education policy. Again, you are a research student, you are really interested in doing research, maybe a marketing research or a scientific research, or you wanted to do some application research in creating maybe some implements for agriculture, whatever type of research you wanted to do, you can do the research and obtain credits to obtain your degree. Or you may be doing a business. You may be doing a business on your own. Last days, I'm sure you were listening to Tom Soti, you are listening to Lijo, some of the entrepreneurs we have created from Marian campus. So they can do the business and definitely give the, instead of taking a particular course in Marian, they can do the entrepreneurship and obtain certain credits for their business. See, even Thomas Soti is given some exceptions, like which I would like to tell you now. Even before the implementation of the education policy, instead of 75% compulsory attendance, 60% attendance is only made compulsory for students who set up their own incubations, or if they become entrepreneurs of their own. They can do the business and get 40% attendance for doing that business. They are also given grace marks as per university norms, like those students who would get grace marks in their participation in NCC or NSS or achievements in arts and science arts competitions in the university festival and such other things. So you will get a lot of marks awarded for being an entrepreneur. So that facility is at present available on Marian campus for you. So if you have a business idea, talk with Mr. Jerome, try to implement that, and we'll try to help you with necessary mentoring support and guidance, help you to set up your own companies so that you will definitely be awarded marks, grace marks, which you can disperse to any particular course in which you have less marks, 40% attendance, and many other facilities like an office space in Marian campus. So all these are possibilities even now which you can enjoy on Marian campus. Now, in the new education policy, there is lot more emphasis for students undertaking internships, research internships, entrepreneurship activities, etc. Then another big emphasis is on vocational education. If you look at the present BCom syllabus of Marian, lot of vocational aspects are included in the syllabus itself as non-credit compulsory courses. Now, they are non-credit. With new education policy in place, you can take the courses and get the credit required to get a degree program. So that's another very big advantage. As per the policy statement, by 2025, at least 50% of students from school levels to higher education should have exposure to vocational education. So a lot of emphasis is there. Maybe in masonry, maybe in carpentry, maybe in automobile engineering, maybe in cookeries, or making in some cloths. Maybe you are interested in fashion designing. So you can do a lot of vocational education programs together with your regular degree and get a degree. Actually, at present, UGC permits students to take 24 credits in the core area. How can you say, when I say all this, you may have a confusion. How can I say, I have done my BBA or I have done my BCom, I have done my social work bachelor's program? See, you can say that when you have completed 24 credits in the core area of your studies. Suppose you have taken 24 credits in social work, you can make it a social work bachelor's program. Or if you have, you can have one major and different minors. You may have a social work major with a minor in English. You can take a science major with management minor. So these are combinations taken by students. Now you are all familiar with the present system wherein you have the same group of students attending same classes. See, when new education policy is in place, what will happen? You will have a group of students coming for your particular course. Maybe a student is doing this particular course to complete his degree program in that year. Another person might have taken this particular course just to begin the degree classes. There may be age differences. Not many students will be studying the same courses which you are studying. Large number of combinations are possible. For example, at present, Marian is offering almost 19 different programs. And into 5, maybe the kind of courses being offered. So we are offering almost 95 courses in a semester. So if you are offering almost 95 courses, from 95 different courses, students are going to select not just 19 courses, 95 courses. At present, you are taking only 19 different degree programs. whereas you'll have the flexibility to choose from 95. That's a kind of flexibility that is visualized by the new education policy. Coming to the assessment, that is again very important an aspect. With that, I'm almost coming to the end for answering your doubts, if any. See how the assessment is going to be. Assessments, let me explain two different concepts before I explain what it means in education policy. Assessment and evaluation. Assessment is a continuous process. That is why we have continuous assessment 1, CA1, CA2, CA3, like the continuous assessments. Assessments are continuous and meant as formative. And that's why we have cards and cardinals, research components, and other seminar presentation components as part of the assessments, wherein students will be given feedback to improve. So you can, if you have not done so well in the seminar first time, you can redo it. You have done as paper and you have given it for assessment, and then if you are not assessed great, you can redo and make it a formative assessment. Whereas evaluations are made by the end of the semester. That's why we have called semester and evaluations. So that is done final. So when all these are combined together, your evaluation for a particular course will happen. As per the new education policy, the complete assessment is with the faculty offering that particular course. So I can offer a course on entrepreneurship and permit the student to attend the class and take the exams and be assessed. That's one possibility for me. Or the same teacher may offer a course in entrepreneurship and permit a few of her students to take an entrepreneurship activity and give a report. Based on the report assessment, the evaluation may happen. So the entire assessment is going to be with the faculty, the type of assessment, the time of assessment, the mode of assessment, everything is going to be faculty dependent. And that is where the competence of the faculty is becoming very, very significant. Also, the transparency built within the assessment system. So no teacher can assess a person high or low if there are proofs to be provided by the assessee. So it's not that when teachers are given complete freedom to assess, they can do anything on it. The proof of being assessed, a portfolio has to be maintained by the individual student to prove that his or her grades are justifiable. That's the kind of assessment that is going to take place. I think I have more or less completed that. Then this would require a lot of governance and administrative reforms, ensure a lot of transparency and efficiency in that, build the necessary structures so that the system will be very effective. With that, I think yeah. Just coming, these are the regulatory bodies proposed to be under the new education policy. National Education Regulatory Council. See, as you know, the AICT or UGC, everything is going to be abolished in time. Instead, these are the bodies going to be in place. With that, I conclude my presentation.